My pranams to all Atmajyotis, divine light of the self. I welcome all of you for continuation of contemplation on Chandogya Upanishad. Chandogya Upanishad has 8 chapters. The first 5 chapters of Chandogya Upanishad is dedicated to what we call as Upasana. Upasana from the Vedic background, where the natural elements like fire, water, wind, the space, the lightning, all they become pratika for upasana. Pratika for means symbol for upasana. Upasana is the closest word for upasana is the English word is called meditation. For meditation purpose, we need a object, a symbol. A symbol can be Omkara. An object can be a small statue of Shiva's linga, or small statue of Rama or Krishna. Some object is required. So why the object is required for meditation? Because that object we can focus our attention. We can contemplate various aspects of the divinity in the form of object. For example, let us take the Bharat or India as a country. India as a country has a history of 10,000 years. So many kings, kingdoms, people, culture, science and technology, so many things, sports, many things have happened in India. India means many things. It will become, for visualization of India, we can take the map of India and contemplate on the culture, history, art of India. Map becomes pratika. That's why we have seen a map where Bharata Mata is standing. Bharata Mata, pratika, becomes a pratika, representation. Pratika means representation. Then we can take the flag of India, 3 colors. 3-color flag with the Ashoka Chakra. So we do upasana of the Bharata country using flag as a pratika, symbol. The flag becomes a symbol by which we can focus on the country. People get so much attached to the flag, to upholding the flag, to protect the flag, people even die. But it's a pratika, it's a symbol. The flag is not country. Flag is one piece of cloth with 3 colors. But the flag, we give value to the flag as representing Bharat. Country, the people, the constitution, the culture, spirituality, everything we give a value to the flag. The flag itself is not that. So pratika means a object or a symbol which becomes a representation for a higher order reality. It's a representation, not the flag itself is not that reality. But we superimpose all the characteristics of flag, the higher level reality on the pratika. Why? It helps us to focus our mind. To focus our mind, we do pratika. Upasana is always pratika upasana. So there are many pratika upasana we do. We put a small Shivalinga. Shivalinga means, linga means indicator. Shivalinga is a pratika of Shiva, consciousness, who is formless. The top portion of Shivalinga represents the Shiva, consciousness. The bottom portion of Shivalinga represents the Prakriti, the nature. The Purusha and Prakriti together is Shivalinga. So now we chant Lingashtamakam, we chant Shiva Sahasranama, all those things. The qualities, infinite qualities of the Supreme, we focus on that finite. Infinite, we are focused on the finite. Because our mind can, in that process, our mind can become ekagrata. Chitta, our mind can become ekagra chitta, one-pointed. That's the purpose of upasana. That's the purpose of pratika. So there are so many pratikas we use in life. Omkara, Om symbol is there. Om symbol is a pratika. It represents Akara, Ukara, Makara, which represents aching state, dream state, deep sleep state. And the circle there, half circle there with Omkara represents Maya, and dot there represents, so beyond that Omkara, the silence is represented with Turiya. The Omkara becomes representation for Turiya, supreme reality. The supreme reality or Parabrahma or Atma or Brahman are formless realities. There's no form there. But we use a form to represent the formless. Because our mind can comprehend the form much more easily compared to formless. So in the process of comprehending the form, we try to reduce our mental impressions, vasanas and samskaras. Chitta ekagrata we develop, one-pointed focus we develop, then chitta vishalata we develop. How do we develop chitta vishalata? One-pointed concentration, right? What is one-pointed concentration? Let us take an example of Shiva Linga. The linga means indicator of linga means linga in Sanskrit means indicator or pointer. It's a pratika of what? Formless reality of Shiva. So when we do upasana of that, we cannot, our mind cannot think of the formless. Mind can only think of the form. In that form, we say, we do lingashtakam, we'll praise the qualities of Shiva. So infinite qualities of Shiva we praise. Shiva is not one quality, many qualities. Many qualities as a manifest reality. So in Rudram and Chamakam, we say Shiva is the tree, Shiva is the mountain, Shiva is the thief, Shiva is the animal, Shiva is the hunter. Like that, we give various manifestations of Shiva. The Brahman, the formless reality, manifests as various levels of reality. So form is used for focus. The meditation in the form of stuti is used for contemplating the various aspects of manifest reality. So when you start meditating, chanting Rudram, we remember Shiva is the mountain, Shiva is the river, Shiva is the medicine plant, Shiva is the thief, Shiva is the hunter, Shiva is hunted. Like that, various dimensions we bring. Then what happened to us in our mind? One pointed focus is stuti, Rudram mantra. Another point, expanding our mind. Shiva is not just one lingam. Shiva is the tree. Shiva is the mountain. Shiva is the hunter. Shiva is hunted. Like that, our mind starts expanding. Mind, instead of limited meaning, mind starts giving variety of aspects. Chitta ekagrata, then chitta vishalata. Both will happen. And then our mind becomes more accommodative, more expansive, tries to understand the reality in a larger picture rather than a small, narrow picture. That's called Vishalata. Right? For example, if I ask any foreigner, what is India? In earlier days, they will say India is a country of elephant. That's all they know about India. India is a country of snakes, snake charmers. That's all they knew about India. Okay. So now, is India that much only? That's a narrow mind approach of, or India is a poor country. A very narrow-minded approach. But then when you understand India has people who are smart, people who have done a lot of technology achievement, India has science and technology, India has a history of 10,000 years, the narrow mind starts expanding. Narrow mind becomes bigger. So narrow mind is called egoistic mind. First, you need to focus. You have to try to understand what is India. Oh, is it just a country of poor people or snake charmers? Is it more? That focus is called Chitta Ekagrata. Then Chitta Vishalata. Oh, as you learn more and more about India, your mind expands. Oh, India is also a land of many rishis. India is a land of spirituality. India is a land of people who are high achievers or successful, technology, all those things. Your mind starts expanding. From narrowness, mind becomes, this is called Chitta Vishalata. So that's why we do stuti of God, stuti of Ishvara, stuti of Bhagwan. Our narrow mind has to expand, understanding various dimensions. That's what various stotras we do. Stuti. Lalita Sahasranama. So, Lalita is a Devi. One simple concept. Sitting somewhere. But what are the dimensions of Lalita? As you do Stuti, our mind starts expanding. Pratika or symbol, you take as a focus point of focus. And Upasana is chanting of stotra, remembering the various qualities of the deity, which help us to expand our mind. From narrow mind, our mind starts expanding. What will happen? Shiva, for us, Shiva is somebody who is sitting in Himalayas or Kailas Parvat with a snake and serpent in the mind. That's very simple understanding of Shiva. Most of the people that start their understanding. Right? So then we start looking for a Shiva somewhere. That's actually mind is not expanded. But once you start chanting Rudram, oh, Shiva is the tree, Shiva is the mountain, Shiva is the river, Shiva is the medicinal plant. Oh, Shiva is everywhere. The mind starts expanding. That's the purpose of Upasana. From a small mind to a larger mind. Vishala Chitta. Ekagra Chitta, Vishala Chitta. Then Vishala Chitta happens, then Vasanas will come down. Vasana and Samskara will come down. That's called Chitta Shuddhi. Ekagra Chitta, Vishala Chitta, Chitta Shuddhi. How Chitta Shuddhi happens? So narrow mind. Shiva means only succeeding in Kailasa with a serpent and a snake. Then, oh, Vishnu. I don't like Vishnu. I only focus on Shiva. So we have we become sectarian. Only focus on small things. We hold on to that as reality. But once your mind expands, oh, Shiva is everything, then we start respecting Shiva in the form of people, animals, plants. Now our mind expands. That's why Chitta Shuddhi happens. Purification of mind happens. When our mind is very narrow, I, me, mind, Chitta becomes polluted. When we focus on God everywhere and everything, the mind becomes free from pollution. That's called Chitta Shuddhi. So the purpose of Upasana is, first step is Chitta Ekagrata, Chitta Upasana, Chitta Vishalata, then Chitta Shuddhi. This is the purpose of Upasana. So that Upasana will lead to Jnana, Atma Jnana. Who am I? The self-enquiry. So Upasana, once somebody is purified with Upasana, he will go to a realized master, and then realized master gives him Atma Jnana. This we have studied in the book when we studied Tripura Rahasya. Parashurama, sage Parashurama, who had won all Kshatriyas, who had a lot of anger, mind was disturbed for him. He comes to his guru, Bhagavan Dattatreya. Bhagavan Dattatreya doesn't give him jnana immediately. What does he do? Bhagavan Dattatreya gives him Sri Vidya Upasana. Sri Vidya Upasana is a very intensive practice with lot of discipline. So Parashurama performs the Sri Vidya Upasana for 12 years for mental prevision. Chitta Ekagrata, Chitta Vishalata, Chitta Shuddhi. Chitta Ekagrata, how will happen? Sri Vidya is a small yantra. It's like a Meru yantra, a pyramid. Mind has to be focused. Otherwise, mind will go here and there, here and there. There, you contemplate Shakti. Devi is present in all the levels. Each level of that Sri Yantra, what you call the Sri Yantra, each level of that is one loka, one world of experience. So Upasana is every loka, Devi is operating. Every aspect of creation is Devi. Every aspect of the creation is Shakti. And Shiva is present. Sri Vidya Upasana is the yantra where a triangle, upward flowing triangle and down facing triangle, which represents Shiva and Shakti. Every aspect of life is Shiva and Shakti play. That contemplation happens continuously. Sri Vidya Upasana and mantra associated with that. So you start looking at Devi, Shiva and Shakti present in all dimensions of creation. Focus is Sri Yantra. But that focus is Pratika is Sri Yantra. Mantra is Srividya mantra. Mantra and yantra, with that you practice upasana. As you practice upasana, his mind becomes much more expanded. Narrow mind becomes free from the narrowness. So divinity, God is present everywhere. That understanding starts coming to Parashurama. That's where Chitta Shuddhi happens. Now his anger comes down. His anxiety comes down. His stress comes down. Chitta Shuddhi, that upasana prepared him for Jnana. After 12 years, Parashurama approaches Bhagavan Dattatreya. Please give me Atma Jnana. Then Bhagavan Dattatreya gives the teaching of Atma Jnana in the form of Tripura Rahasya. Tripura Rahasya means Tripura. Three bodies. Gross body, subtle body, causal body. In that subtle body, gross body, causal body, the secret is there. Secret is the Atma. Atma Chaitanya, Brahma Tattva. That is Sri Vidya. From Upasana, we have gone to Jnana. Upasana becomes stepping stone for Jnana. So this is what happened. Now, first 5 chapters of Chandogya Upanishad focus on Upasana based on Vedic Vedanta, that Vedic literature. Fire, water, all those becomes pratika, symbols for Upasana. But in Puranic time, these pratikas of Vedic Upasana, which was done in Vedic period, they got replaced by the Avatar Purushas, Rama, Krishna, and various devatas. And a vigraha, a form was created for Upasana. So now we no longer, most of the people no longer do Upasana based on the Vedic time. They do Upasana based on the vigraha of Rama or Krishna. What is the purpose of Upasana? How Chitta Ekagrata, Chitta Vishalata, Chitta Shuddhi happens. A Upasana of one deity you do. That deity is called Ishta Devata. Now constantly focus on the form of Ishta Devata in the form of Pratika. You start developing Chitta Ekagrata. Then Chitta Vishalata. You start remembering the qualities of the deity. Various qualities. Rama's quality. Rama lived like this. Rama did like this. Rama represents dharma like this. Like that you start thinking. So that gives Vishalata. And that becomes Chitta Shuddhi because some of those qualities appear in your life. Some of the divine qualities start appearing in your life. Ramo Vigrahavan Dharma. Rama is representative of Dharma. Upasana of Rama, you start developing qualities of Rama because Yad Bhaveti Tad Bhavati. Whatever you meditate constantly, you become that. That's why you have to be very careful. What we meditate, what we think constantly, we should be very careful. More negative thing we think, we become that. Higher order, deity, devata, we do upasana, mind will become Chitta Shuddhi. The more constantly we think of whatever is that, whatever we become that. So we have to ask ourselves, what do we contemplate constantly? What is there in the background of mind constantly? So Rama Upasana is there, Krishna Upasana is there, Shiva Upasana is there, Guru Upasana is there. Each of the Upasana lead to certain development of certain qualities in our life. So Upasana purpose is clear. Now coming to chapter 6, we went to chapter 6. The focus of chapter 6 was Jnana, Brahma Satya, Jagan Nitya, Jiva Brahmaiva Napara. Chapter 7 is conversation with Sanat Kumara and Narada. Here Sanat Kumara starts giving wisdom to Narada. Narada said, I am not happy. I am not peaceful. Sanat Kumar says, you are not peaceful because you don't get Atma Jnana. So then he starts giving Upasana for Atma Jnana before giving to Atma Jnana. Now the method of Upasana, 15 Upasanas given in chapter 7. chapter 7. Yeah. 15 upasanas given. Now, these upasanas are linked to upasanas. One upasana after other upasana. They are not independent. It's one step after another step. It's like first standard to go to second standard, third standard to fourth standard. It's not like they are independent. Each of them linked to next level. Okay. So, upasana, we start from the known world. We start from the what is available to our sense organs and the mind. We start with the form. Then we go to formless in the form of jnana. So 15 upasanas are focused on the form, domain of form. It's called Saguna Upasana, which will lead to Nirguna Upasana, Nirguna Jnana. Now, these 15 upasanas, I'll take up first upasana. It's called Nama Upasana. Nama Upasana. Sanat Kumara teaches Narada Nama Upasana. What is Nama? Nama is a name, right? Everything in the world is a consciousness. Book is an object, but book cannot exist without consciousness. That's why book consciousness is what you're speaking of. Mobile consciousness we speak of. Mobile may use the word mobile, but mobile consciousness we speak of. Flower consciousness we speak of. Consciousness word we are dropping because it's understood. Tree consciousness. River consciousness we speak of. We never speak anything other than consciousness. Everything in the universe is nothing but appearance of consciousness. Nama Rupa plus consciousness. So Nama Upasana means Sanat Kumara gives Nama Upasana to Narada. Narada, you say you study Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharvaveda. You studied so many subjects. And what subjects contain? Any subject contains what? All other Aparavidya, lower level knowledge. Everything in Vedas is nothing but names only. Some name or some other. And you're only speaking of Nama and Rupa only. Everything is name only. Word is nothing but word. When we speak of word, W-O-R-L-D, word means prapancha, is nothing but word only. We speak of space, we speak of wind, we speak of water, we speak of America, we speak of car, we speak of elephant. Everything is Namarupa only. Even a stone is Namarupa, atom is Namarupa, molecule is Namarupa, season, summer, winter. Entire world is represented through Nama, name. We can say the world, what we call as world, is nothing but names only, Nama only. So Sanat Kumara starts with the Nama Upasana to Narada because Narada feels he's highly educated. He knows so many things. Narada, whatever you know is only Nama only, name only. In last chapter, 6th chapter, we spoke of the name. What is it? What did we speak of? Vacharambo Vikaraha Namadeyam. That was the key shloka in last chapter. Means whatever names are there, they are nothing but Vikara Namadeya. There's a modification of speech. They are not real, they are Mithya. For example, if we speak of gold, if you speak of necklace is a name, Nama. Is there an object called necklace? The object called necklace is nothing, name, form of gold. Gold only is the object, subject, real object. So from that last chapter, we come to a conclusion. Brahman is the real subject. Everything is a Nama, name only. Remember the chapter? So everything in the world is Nama only, name only, Narada. Because you are well educated, understand, Nama is everything in the world. Name is everything in the world. When I say name, I always have to add consciousness. Nothing, no object can exist without consciousness. Consciousness of name is nothing but world. So Nama Upasana. Now, what is importance of Nama Upasana? So the whatever world we see, experience, with our limited senses is infinite. With sense organs, world is very vast. It's available to sense organs. Maybe something is not available to sense organs, but also when you go closer, it will be available to sense organs. What is available to sense organs is nothing but Nama Rupa only, Nama only. So from that point of view, can we say world is infinite? Nama represents the world. Let's say Nama is infinite. Does this statement make sense? Everything possible, conceivable, possible, observable in the world has a name is there, name and form is there. So that's why if consider world as infinite, world is vast. Nama is vast. So pratika is Nama pratika. Nama, name is the pratika. So take name as pratika, understand everything in the world is name, and world is infinite, name is infinite, varieties. So now by name as an infinite variety, do you get peace in life? Sanat Kumara starts teaching Narada, Yat alpe sukham nasti. What is limited? There's no happiness. Find the infinite. Bhuma, just called Bhuma. In infinity only happiness is there. Bhuma Vidya. So now he's trying to explain to infinity to him, step by step. I mean, all of you, do you accept name is infinite? If you take name as a pratika, it's infinite, it represents the infinite. Infinite variety of objects in the universe is name. Yeah, anybody wants to say?
No, Prabhuji. Name means immediately the form will come, which is very limited.
No. Name form comes, but in universe consists of infinite number of objects, infinite number of names. Name as a pratika encompasses all of them.
Okay.
Not a one name.
Okay.
Nama as a pratika.
Okay.
Nama as a pratika encompasses all objects in the universe, which are themselves are infinite.
Okay.
So Nama is infinite. Nama is Bhuma. Do you agree or disagree? That's the first step of Upasana for Narada. And it is asked for Narada because he is a scholar. He is so proud that he knows so many subjects. That's where Sanat Kumara gives the first teaching to Upasana, Nama Upasana. Are we clear? Now, Nama Upasana, does it give us happiness and peace? No. Why?
Infinite names, what does it
if there are infinite names, infinite money in the world, infinite possibilities in the world, how does it relate to me? Right? I want to be infinite. Ultimately, knowing infinity doesn't help us. I am infinity helps me. That I am infinity is called Bhuma Vidya. But before giving Bhuma Vidya, the Sanat Kumara is giving a concept of infinity to Narada in various steps. Just word saying infinity doesn't trigger something in the mind. So you have started step by step. What is infinite? He is giving various abstraction of infinity. Nama is Ananta, which is acceptable. Variety of names are there, variety of forms are there. Nama is a pratika for that. That's infinity. But that doesn't give me satisfaction. What if I know all the scriptures in the world? What if I know all Vedas in the world? Still, it doesn't give me happiness. That's what Narada is saying. Nama, knowing Nama doesn't help. So next Upasana is Vak Upasana. That's called Nama Brahma Upasana, Vak Brahma Upasana. Nama is the Karya. Vak is the Karanam. Every Upasana will trace Karya and Karana. Cause and effect. And cause, effect is gross, cause is subtle. Effect is gross, cause is subtle. Always. That's how we have to make our spiritual journey. From effect, we have to trace to the cause. From cause to cause also is the effect of something. Go to the cause. Finally, cause is Brahman. Cause and effect you have to trace. For example, you look at this cloth. This cloth is gross, but the fiber, this thread which makes the cloth is subtle. From subtle, what is the cause? Cause is the thread, and effect is the cloth. So vak, nama is the effect. Nama is the karanam, karya. What is the cause of nama? Vak, the speech. Speech is now, which is the more infinite? Nama is infinite, or the cause of speech, cause of nama is infinite. So vak is karyam for karana, nama karana. So vak brahma, vak is infinite, speech is infinite. Compared to the effect of speech is called nama. So now, first, Sanat Kumar is giving the idea of infinity to Narada in terms of name. Then he says, subtler than name is speech. Because without speech, names will not be there. Like that, step by step, Sanat Kumara takes Narada to higher and higher order of understanding of infinity. From Karya, Karanam to Karya. And every level, Karya becomes much more expansive compared to Karanam, Karya, effect. Karya Karana Sambandha, he teaches in 15 Upasana. So today we spoke of Nada Upasana and Vak Upasana. Tomorrow onwards, we'll take up other Upasanas. Try to understand Karya Karana Sambandha in the Upasana. Finally, understand Brahman alone is Bhuma. Brahman alone is infinity. That's called Bhuma Vidya. Any questions for people on Zoom? This is the 7th chapter.
Namaste, Guruji.
Namaste.
Nama is infinite. Now is always we used to think of limited either form or name. But now we clearly understood that it is infinite.
Yeah, infinite varieties, but still it's not infinity. Brahman alone is infinity.
Yeah, of course, that is the end point.
But whatever, to give an idea, Sanat Kumara doesn't say Bhuma, infinity. The moment you go infinity, Narada's mind cannot conceive infinity. So he gives a step by step higher level of reality for understanding infinity. So Bhuma Vidya is nothing but Ananda aspect of Brahman. The aspect of Ananda,
Limitless.
this route, Upasana. Anybody else on Zoom? Any questions?
Hari Om Prabhuji.
Hari Om Vasu.
Prabhuji, need little more clarification on the relative aspect of infinity, Prabhuji, because there was a reference that Nama is infinite, and when compared to that, speech, Vak is more infinite. So in infinity, what is more and less?
No, the word do not get
more vast
infinity.
And less vast.
Use the word vast.
Vast, okay.
Bhuma means big. Bhuma, the real literal meaning of big. Vast. So you start with what is vast. Narada can, as a scholar, he can conceive everything in the world is name and form. So name, Nama is vast. So what is more than that? Important is Vak. What is more important
than Okay. Understood.
Like that.
Speech is vaster than Nama and Rupa.
So instead of using word infinity, you can use word called vast. The meaning of Bhuma is actually vast. The real meaning of vast is infinity.
Okay.
So anybody else, any questions on Zoom? Any questions here? Okay. We'll close for the day. In 5 minutes, we'll start Kannada. Asatoma